day one of boot camp on the quest for G. The first chance for the athletes to show the judges and each other what they're made of. Who here is a world-class athlete? Who's got what it takes to go for gold? Competition continues with the standing long jump and vertical jump. The judges are looking to see how far the athletes can jump. These tests are just one indicator of how well they measure up against competitors. Will they be able to get that crucial first step to beat their opponents? At first, some of the athletes, like Alex, struggle in the long jump. Holly and Chelsea, both boxers, jump less than 6 feet. Alima and Jamie, both beach volleyball players, jump 6'11" and 6'10" respectively. But when the first of the men step up to the line, the results leave the competition in the dust. Obi, the track runner, jumps 8 feet 9 inches. Advent jumps 9 feet 2 inches. And James, the decathlete, jumps an impressive 10 feet. But is it enough to impress Jackie Joyner-Kersee, a woman who was voted the best female athlete of the 20th century?
When I look at James and his numbers, I felt he should hit, 10 feet. And he eventually got to the 10 feet. I knew that was in reach, and who knows, he probably could have went beyond.
Deanna's confident that she's one of the best too. Deanna's broad jump score of 7 foot 6 inches is the best among all the women. As Derek steps up for his turn at the long jump, the staff and judges notice something strange about his footwear.
Is it okay with those shoes?
Is everyone right handed here?
What size do you
So
have?
I'm going to get you.
I think they're working on it.
Kelsey, we're going to get you to go first.
I actually forgot my track shoes at the house. I just had my cleats, so I have to wear my Vans, my beat-up Vans that I have for years. There's my buddy's right there, though.
With the proper athletic gear, Derek's jump improves enough to put him near the top in this event, second only to James's 10-foot leap. Derek's raw talent is undeniable, but so is the fact that he's a little rusty. At 19, Derek has not competed in track and field since he was 11 years old. As a teenager, Derek shifted his focus from track to football. His speed and agility brought him success in the gridiron, but now he's back to his first love, track.
It felt good to be back in training, doing all my movements, running again, jumping, testing out my muscles, getting back in shape, because I've been out of shape for a while now. I'm seeing my abilities, and it's looking good, it's looking bright.
Moving from the long jump to the vertical jump, the athlete's reach is measured. Then they're asked to jump as high as they can. Once again, James and Obi outperform the others. James jumps 33.5 inches and Obi 30.5 inches. But the judges are concerned with Jamie and Alima's scores, 22.5 inches and 21 inches respectively. In their eyes, world-class beach volleyball players may need a little more lift than that to block the shots at the net.
I think it's very obvious, so that these athletes haven't had the proper preparation and training.
One athlete who seems to be at a clear disadvantage with these exercises is Alex. Although he's doing relatively well, Alex is frustrated.
This is the kind of test that exposes your weaknesses, and coming from a cycling background, a lot of these drills are stuff that is completely alien to me.
Alex started his career as a bike messenger, and he's working on talent alone. Alex has never had a coach or any formal training in this sport. After several tests, Alex has been consistently outperformed by Advent, an athlete he singled out earlier in boot camp.
I definitely have changed my opinion about that kid from Botswana, man. He really showed he's got a lot of potential. I just by judging him on a surface level, I was totally dead wrong, and he really impressed me.
Boxer Holly is also unfamiliar with these tests, but she's taking it a bit more lightly.
I just did the broad jump, I guess, and the high jump. I'm not very adept at either one of them, really. I've never practiced them, but it was good, challenging.
Deanna, the heptathlete, continues to excel, out-jumping all the other women.
I already knew coming into the competition that I was going to be one of the 8 chosen.
In order to accommodate 6 foot 3 inch track runner Derek Singleton, the officials are actually having to raise the bar. Ultimately, it makes no difference. Derek's leap of 34 inches is the best of the day. The next event is the Rotary Medicine Ball Toss. Here, the judges are looking for core muscle strength and the athlete's ability to use their core, channeling their energy into tossing the ball. The men are using a 10-pound medicine ball, and the women are using an 8-pound ball. But weight doesn't seem to be the problem here. The exercise is unfamiliar to most of the athletes, and they seem unable to translate their core strength into a powerful toss. Christina, the triathlete, feels like she could use a little help too. At 5'4" and 118 pounds, she's worried that her size is working against her.
I believe I'm the shortest one here at only 5'4", and a lot of the girls are taller and a little bigger than I am, so it makes a difference if everybody's tossing an 8-pound ball and someone's maybe like 5 or 6 inches taller and 30 or 40 pounds heavier.
I felt like I could do more. I felt like with a few more practice, I could do more.
Decathlete James B., who has dominated every challenge so far, continues to excel. His toss of 43 feet 3 inches is the furthest among all 16 contestants. James has a lot riding on the quest for G. He has a newborn son that he left at home in order to be here. It's a good thing that he's familiar with these kinds of tests.
Personally, I've already done this my whole entire life. So all these testing is part of being a decathlete. It's like second nature for me.
Another standout is Alima, the beach volleyball player. Alima's able to throw the ball 34 feet 3 inches, placing 3rd overall among both men and women.
As a competitor and as an athlete, you always want to do your best, and I think I got more that I need to bring to the table, for sure. It has nothing to do with competing against other people. I'm my biggest competition.
Aspiring tennis player Baydad performs well.
Baydad had about 40 feet. Yeah, he definitely stood out.
He definitely did good.
Standing out is nothing new for Baydad. He's the first Iranian American to ever play professional basketball in the United States. But now, at 22 years old, Baydad's already looking for a career change. Baydad wants to leave basketball in order to become a professional tennis player. A switch may be harder than it seems. The next 2 events have got Deanna a little worried.
I heard that we're gonna do some sprints next, and I'm afraid because my hamstrings, I'm just coming off a hamstring injury, so I don't know if I should push myself, but I want to do good. Impress the judges, of course.
In the end, Deanna decides to take the safer option and sit out the sprint events. The next test is the shuttle run. It's a measure of agility. The judges want to see how fast the athletes can speed up, slow down, change direction, and speed up again.
We'll let you go again.
Taekwondo expert James M. is in the zone. His time is the fastest of all 16 contestants.
So every single time, I'm gonna try to get better and better and better. So, yeah, I felt good.
Baydad, the aspiring tennis player, excels in this event too.
From talking to everybody, like, I was definitely top 5 in everything that we did. At least I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure about that.
But Derek's confidence remains high.
I feel good. I think I'm standing out the most out here, so it's pretty good, and I see high hopes for me pretty soon in the next couple of days in events.
On the track, the group's getting ready and getting a taste of how their training might look if they get chosen for the quest for G. This is the 40-yard dash. Timings for the event are broken down into a 10-second split to measure the athlete's acceleration, and the full 40 yards to measure their linear speed. Infrared sensors ensure that the timing is accurate. Taekwondo champ James and Derek both run good times. Although Derek started out faster, James ended faster. He beat Derek by almost 1/10 of a second, an eternity in track and field. That a martial artist beat a sprinter at his own game doesn't seem to bother Derek at all.
And the exercises they're testing me, but I'm a real athletic guy already, so it's just toning me up a little bit more, and when it's toning me up, I don't feel like it doesn't look like I'm breaking a sweat or anything.
Obi, the other male track runner, is Derek's roommate in this phase of the quest for G. He's older than Derek, but he's also much more seasoned. From the age of 8 to 18, Obi was the one to watch in track and field, breaking 48 national records and 2 world records. Now at 30, he's looking to make a comeback. With only 8 spots available in the quest for G, it's youth versus experience.
I don't really see him as an all-around athlete. I think he has the height, but his structure's a little off, and he's off balance, and he's not as strong as the typical track and field athlete. And then he's competing against an athlete that's much stronger and more experienced on the international level and closer to their goal already.
Obi's ready to show that he's more than just talk. He's been holding the middle ground in these tests, consistently scoring well, but he's still yet to shine.
Come out.
Obi runs the second fastest time of the entire group, but more significantly, he finished 0.2 of a second faster than his rival Derek.
You know, I've been running for 22 years, and you know, you're 19 years old and you haven't ran in 7 years, and it's a difference between track speed and football speed.
Next on the quest for G, the endurance run brings the athletes closer together.
My legs took a beating today, and it's incredibly painful.
But who really impressed the judges?
I think this kid is unbelievable.